Appreciate this opportunity to share a few ideas with the World Meat Congress. And whenever we talk to our customers and people in the food industry about marketing issues, the question we are most commonly asked is, how do I use your package to differentiate my product? And so that's what I want to address today. But to help you understand a little bit about how we do that, I'm going to give you just a brief introduction to who we are, how we do innovation, and then give you some examples you can take home and use in your business. Well, I thought so. There. Sealed Air today is a company that's focused both on protection and value creation, having brought together the Diversey and Cryovac brands with hygiene and packaging solutions, focusing on protecting your product and adding value to it. We're a global leader in food safety and security, hygiene, product protection, and the end result is to elevate the food and beverage experience for your customers. We have an extensive footprint around the world. We do business in about 175 countries. And perhaps most importantly is the length of time we have been working with customers around the world. In many of these countries, you can see we've been there for over 50 years. Now, this slide gives you some idea of our footprint relative to the food chain. To the left, in livestock, raw material reception, and factory processing, we have a number of hygiene solutions that you can use in your business. In the next three areas, packaging, distribution, retail, and food service, we have both packaging and hygiene solutions. So our offer here is not only broad but deep. And then with the consumers, we have a number of packaging solutions that can make their lives easier, provide convenience, and allow you to add value. The four drivers of our business are our ability to deliver safer food, extend the shelf life of your product, improve the operational efficiency of your business, and to build your brand. And it's really the brand building that I want to talk about for just a few minutes. We have found brands to be important whether you're in food service, retail, or processing, because in all three of those areas, you're adding value to your business and you're looking to deliver a consistent product. And to do that, you also want to differentiate your product. Now, this is a little bit about how we do insight-driven innovation. And we start by trying to understand the consumer's needs. A lot of companies will do surveys and focus groups, and we employ those too. But we have a unique process we refer to as Genesis, where we actually go and watch people use your product, whether it's in the home, we'll shop along with them, and it's really through these observations of problems they have that we can deliver unique solutions. We provide these insights to our design team, who helps to prototype solutions, and then we work with our customers in our innovation centers around the world that we refer to as PAC Forum. We have a PAC Forum in Atlanta, in Shanghai, and here in Paris. And the PAC Forum in Paris is open for you to visit us on Thursday. Now, this is a slide I'm going to spend just a minute with because these are really the takeaways for you. Through our consumer research, we have found 11 differences that you can build into your product in a number of ways, and we have multiple packaging options you can employ based on the equipment that you have. First is brand positioning, and when you develop a food product, you typically have a consumer in mind and a position for your product, whether it's a premium product or a value product or an all-natural product. And we know that our packages have different perceptions, and we can match those to your target. Appearance is critical, and we know that if you're not noticed on the shelf, nobody can buy your product. And so we have a number of packages like Darfresh that are designed to stand out on the shelf and present a premium image to the consumer. There are probably few attributes that we test that are more important than freshness. And we have new films that are designed to manage not just the shelf life of the product, but the quality of the product during that shelf life. so that it will be perceived fresher to the consumer. We also know that getting into the package can often be frustrating for consumers, and so we have built in a number of easy open options, and I'll talk a little bit more about one of those in a minute. You heard this morning about the increase in 1- and 2-person households in the developed countries, and we have seen in our research a greater need for portioning to help eliminate food waste. And so we have a number of packages that are designed to either be single serve or to protect the food for the part of the product that's not being used. Another difference is engagement. We have found in our consumer research a lot of diversity in how much responsibility for the meal a consumer wants. And it ranges all the way from consumers who want to do everything to consumers who would starve to death if you didn't prepare the food for them. And in between, there are consumers who are simply time-starved and want you to help them save a step. Aroma is something that as we build these long shelf life products can build up inside a package. It's a confinement odor, typically sulfur compounds, and not indicative of spoilage. And we have films that can help reduce that off odor when the consumer opens the package. Also, within the consumer research, we have found that a number of consumers either appreciate the help in the kitchen or they're not terribly sophisticated in their cooking skills and can use all the help they can get but still want to cook. And so we have a line of ovenable packages that allow you to do much of the work for them. Taste, we know, is extremely important. And as you begin to develop clean label products and reduce the preservatives, oxidative rancidity can become more of an issue. And we have films specifically designed to deal with this. Storage is also an issue, and we know that as consumers try to trade up in size and buy for value, that they're more willing to do so if the package can be used for storage of the product. And then the last one is sustainability. And the interesting thing about differentiating on sustainability is that you can often combine it with one of the other differences, so that you can lead with one and reinforce with the other. And I'll give you an example of how we might do that. These are the ones I'm going to just touch on briefly so you can see specific package examples. Let's start first with appearance. This Simple Steps product is one that is extremely simple for the consumer. The food is pre-cooked. It's then skin packaged to a tray or a plate. It goes into a microwave without perforation. The film lifts off the product during the microwaving, and the steam warms the food so that it can go directly to the table and be served out of it. But it stands out on the shelf and delivers in the home. Within the Easy Open technology, one of our new technologies we call a grip and tear bag. It's got an easy tear notch on the side, and the way this bag opens, it contains the juices so that you don't spill it on the counter and have to clean it up, and it helps prevent cross-contamination. It's also a safer package for the consumer to use in that it does not involve knives or scissors. Our ovenable package gets the consumer involved in making the meal, but it takes all the real work out of it. They simply place the product in the oven with a perforation in the film, and when the product is done, they come back and serve it, and they're the heroes of the meal. There's less cleanup. It's a more forgiving way to cook because it holds the moisture into the product, and we found that for this reason it's often used in food service as well for steam table applications because it holds the meat in good condition longer. One of our storage options is referred to as a multi-seal fold lock. It's a very simple package that you have a tear tab that pulls off. You dispense from it. You can fold the top down, and the package will be sealed. It eliminates a zipper, and as a result, the footprint of the package is often smaller, so you get more per square foot in a retail case, and the consumer is more likely to trade up to buy a larger package with this feature. It also works for a number of items within the meat category, whether they might be cubes of processed meat, shreds, or meat designed as an ingredient for a topping. And then my last example is the sustainability example, where in a high oxygen package, we've designed a film that's allowed, or that can have meat contact without causing discoloration, so we can reduce the size of the package. You get more product in the retail display, you get more product on the truck, and so you have a very good carbon footprint with this product. It's more efficient in space, and because it touches the meat, you can display it on angle and it'll hold the meat in place. So that was a real whirlwind tour through differentiation. I would like to extend an invitation to our PAC Forum facility here on Thursday to talk about these in more detail, and you can sign up at the cryovac display out in the lobby. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I think this is the presentation we've all been waiting for. So from the National Meat Institute of Uruguay, we have Luis Alfredo Frate, who will come forward and speak to us. He'll give us his perspective from the Uruguayan point of view. I think all of us involved in the world's meat trade are very familiar from the beef standpoint of this major milestones they've made internationally. So with that, I'd like to please have you come to the podium and we'll begin.